Marketing companies in the Gambia have abandoned initial plan to cease operation after an emergency meeting with Vice President Badra Diouf and relevant stakeholders of the oil sector. The ceased operation was set to be effective on Monday, October 17. Moses Imendi has the details in this report.
The threat to cease operations by oil marketing companies came in the wake of what they cite as difficulties of the current fuel pricing structure in the country, which to a large extent is as a result of the current global energy crisis. The announcement of Monday, October 17, as the date for cessation of operations by the OMCs was perhaps a leeway for the authorities to come up with creative ways of solving the crisis and avert the suffering caused to thousands of commuters as happened the last time operations were shut down in September. Mohammed Haidara is a representative of the oil marketing companies and earlier on Saturday confirmed the decision to cancel the planned action after a meeting with the Vice President of the Gambia, Badara Diouf.
We've deferred our planned action, and it's been deferred simply because we were invited by the Office of the Vice President in a meeting that he was chairing. And in that meeting, there are other cabinet members, few of them present, with other stakeholders and ourselves. And in that meeting, it gave him a singular opportunity to be able to understand exactly our problems, what we have been talking about, and what has actually been affecting us. And then we were able to show and explain to him probably what he has not been hearing or what he didn't know.
According to Mohammed Haidara, the Vice President vowed to consult all relevant stakeholders in the oil sector and seek out a solution for the crisis once and for all. But until then, OMCs will continue to operate at a loss due to numerous setbacks.
And then we are also able to show him that it is not us refusing, as been said by many people. The fact of the matter is, we couldn't just continue operating, even if we want to, because we have a lot of backlog of LCs, that is letter of credits, that are due for payment in the banks. Some of us have about between 5 to 3 LCs that are lining up in various banks that are matured, and they are charging penalties because they are matured and they couldn't pay them. And as usual, banks will always charge penalties for that. And these are huge losses that we are making, and these losses are not captured anywhere in the pricing structure. And then the other thing is the availability of Forex. If you are in the business sector today and you do import-export, everybody will agree with me that the availability of foreign exchange is a challenge in this country now. So, and that has also posed a serious challenge to us. Not only it is not available, but the rate itself has gone up so badly that central bank's rate on the pricing structure is $55.74 per dollar. But in the actual fact, when you go to the local commercial banks and try to source this dollar, it is not only a challenge to even access the dollar, but the rate is seriously high. They're charging between up to $62 for each US dollar. And this disparity in rates also are huge losses that are not also captured in the price structure. And now the other final one is, even if we said, okay, we will still continue to practice business at a loss, just like how we've been doing it in the past. But if you're not able to settle your supplier, would you be able to get supplies? No.
Earlier on Friday, the government issued a press release in which it expressed its dismay in learning of the OMC's planned action as the pricing structure was done in consultation with the OMCs. Mohammed Haidara concedes to this fact but stressed that the government attempted to outsmart them.
So this time around, when they say it is in consultation with OMCs, yes, it's true. But what we agreed, they forgot to tell the public also, we've agreed on a 2% LC rate to be put on that price structure. What they did, they wrote the figure 2% on the pricing structure, but when you crunch the numbers, you realize that that is a deception. Yes, it is 2% written on that paper, but in actuality, the real value they have actually put in the price structure is 1.5%. Maybe they smartly thought we would not know, but we are very good with our numbers. When we crunch them, we see where the fall comes from. And we wrote to them that that has to be reversed, because that's not what we've agreed. Then, about the Forex, we told them to reflect the actual market value.
He said the OMCs are determined to serve the interests of the Gambian people amid these challenging times, and had the government been responsive, these situations could have been averted. Fuel prices are now declining after many months since the energy crisis caused by the war in Ukraine. But in the Gambia, commuters are still paying higher than normal prices despite government subsidy in place. Moses Imendi, Eyeafrica News.